Well, since the first recorded case of HIV/AIDS back in 1981, over 34 million carriers and cases across the world have been recorded. Recently, the number of people infected globally has been on the decline, however. But the situation in China isn't as optimistic. Official data shows that in the past 3 years, the number of people who have died from HIV and AIDS in mainland China has been the largest number compared with all other contagious diseases. And what's worse, the data also shows that currently there are about 700,000 HIV-positive patients, and 440,000 of them don't even know that they're infected. So how much do everyday Chinese people know about HIV and AIDS? And what are their attitudes toward the disease and those who carry it? Our own Esther Deng went out onto the streets of Beijing to ask.
How much do you know about AIDS?
Well, as far as I know, HIV/AIDS is mainly transmitted by sharing needles and drug use. Nowadays, lots of people don't really cherish their lives.
Well, there are various reasons, like drug abuse, blood infection, and unsafe sex.
I feel nowadays we're giving more and more publicity to HIV and AIDS, and the public knows more and more about it, like through blood transfusions and mother-to-child transmission.
What kind of attitudes do you think we should have towards the AIDS patients?
I think we should respect them as opposed to discriminating against them. After all, daily contact with AIDS patients doesn't cause infection. So we should get along with and be friendly to them.
Well, it's hard to say. People my age all know that in the 1950s, Chairman Mao ordered to cancel all bad habits. Even gambling was forbidden at the time. We knew nothing about AIDS. But after the reform and opening up, everything, good and bad, all found their way to China. So the spread of AIDS isn't a matter of several people, but a matter caused by today's society. I think first people should cherish their own lives, but sometimes ordinary people can't guard themselves against AIDS. For example, some people catch AIDS due to blood transmissions. How could they know it was unsafe?
Since there are people in need of help, we should have a tolerant and caring attitude towards them. I can understand people's panic and even discrimination towards these patients, because after all, some of them catch AIDS because of unhealthy personal lifestyles, and some people will relate it to their morals. I think if people can get rid of this kind of mindset, they will be more friendly to AIDS patients.
First of all, we shouldn't despise them, and both the government and society should pay more attention and care to this group. If we are always mean to them, they will probably take revenge on the whole society. I know most of the people still feel afraid of this disease. After all, not everybody is a doctor, and to be honest, most of the media coverage of this group isn't that positive.